Alright guys, so I shared with you guys previously 3 teams that you guys can use for the Super Mayhem, but for anybody who is struggling to make 3 individual teams, you guys can try to use these 2 teams in order to climb all the way up to Master 5, which is going to be 6,000 trophies. So I've actually climbed all the way to Master 4 right now with 6,225 trophies using these 2 teams here. So let me share with you guys these 2 teams. So actually, these 2 teams are being used greatly inside of the Super Mayhem. So let's get into it. The first team, this is not going to be the team. This is actually going to be a team that is going to be a filler. All right, so filler team, you guys can use whatever you guys want. Pretty much anything that seems like a good, combination, you guys can try it and use it. Right here, this is just going to be my combination of whatever is left over with Financier, Captain Caviar, Macaroon, as well as we have Oyster and Black Pearl. But the most important team is going to be this team right over here. You guys can see the injury team is going to be used for the Super Mayhem, all right? And it is going to be utilizing Brute, Dark Account, Espresso with the Magic Candy, of course, plus 10. And a Werewolf plus 10 with the Magic Candy. And the Squid Ink, all right, with plus 10 Magic Candy. All right, the reason why the injury team is so good inside of the Super Mayhem right now is because not only are you able to decrease the HP by 40%, you're able to nuke them with Squid Ink and Brute is going to survive until the very end because he is not going to take any of the poison damage. All right, so here we go. Let me show you guys the topping. Of course, very simple here. It's going to be 5 of the solid almond for Brute, 5 of the solid almond for our Dark Account, 5 of the solid almond for our Werewolf, and then 5 Syrian Raspberry for our Espresso. Espresso is literally just going to use his skill once and pretty much going to die or come back alive and use his skill 2 times, all right, allowing that injury stack to increase with the help of Werewolf's Magic Candy. And the next one is going to be Squid Ink. Squid Ink has 2 variations here. You guys can go with the full-on Syrian Raspberry here, or you guys can go with the 3 Syrian Raspberry, 2 Swift Chocolate. Alright, so if you have enough damage, if you're in the lower ranks, you guys can actually utilize the full Syrian Raspberry in order to deal a ton of damage one time. However, if you guys do have the ability, then you guys can actually utilize 2 Swift Chocolate in order to allow Squid Ink to use their skill one more time before they die, or before the entire team dies. All right, so that is going to be the reason why we have the 2 Swift Chocolate here. The treasures are going to be very important here. Insignia, in order for you to survive until the very end, right? The stall meta for the Mayhem with the poison. And then the feather and the scroll, all right? Feather is going to be allowing our Espresso or Squid Ink to come back alive one more time to use their skill. All right, next one is going to be this second team. So that was a 1 team, right? And then this is going to be the second team that you want to use here. And that is going to be very similar to what I've shared with you guys previously, right? But now we do have the Purple Yam in here, all right? So Purple Yam is going to be our main tank with the stall here. And the Wildberry, 5 solid almond, 5 solid almond. Caramel Earl, also 5 solid almond. Espresso, also 5 solid almond. You want them to survive. And our Vampire Blast with 5 Syrian Raspberry. You are going to be able to one-shot one of the enemies in the back, utilizing not only his revive, but mainly he is going to be taking the feather as well. All right, so same thing here, feather, scroll, and insignia. Insignia is going to be that stall meta once again. And Caramel Arrow is really good here in order to, not take any damage from the poison with this, debuff immunity. And then once again, last team, this is going to be the filler team that I showed you guys in the beginning. But this team, you can use anything. You can use Sea Fairy in here if you guys want to. You guys can use, Hollowberry if anything. You guys can use Colada Cream, Rye, whatever works, right? You can even use Summoner Comp in here. But I would say the treasures are going to be the same as well, all right? But make sure tanks use solid almond usually, all right? DPSs use Syrian Raspberry or Swift Chocolate, all right? And then, supports and stuff like that use Swift Chocolate as well, all right? But once again, the third team is a filler. The main 2 are going to be these 2 right over here. So like this, all right? So if I see a speed comp, which is going to be quote-unquote Caramel Arrow comp, then you are going to be using this team right over here, the Purple Yam team, all right? So I'm going to switch out the first team with this team right over here. So we're going to be versing the Caramel Arrow team with the Purple Yam team here with our Caramel Arrow. And then when you see Brute, all right, when you see the Brute, as you guys can see, this is probably going to be the same exact team, right? You're going to just use your filler team, all right? You're going to use your filler team to go and, just give it up. And then we're going to fill up the last team with our Brute team, all right? Brute injury team, and then we're going to win this, all right? So let's go and let me show you guys exactly what I mean. So here we go. All right, so I've tried out so many different battles and so many different comps as well. It's easier to test with this Mayhem right now because of the fact that, you know, you don't need to worry about all the substats. So it's easy to see. And also, it's easy to kind of copy enemies' teams, especially in the Masters rank. You know, whatever is popular is whatever we use, right? So you guys can see that we were able to defeat them. They didn't have Purple Yam, right? So we're able to. And then this one right here, you can see is exactly the same as my third team, right? So that's why this is we're using the filler team, because this team is very, very strong. And the last one, they have a Purple Yam, but we're going to be using our Brute Injury team here, allowing us to deal a ton of damage. Espresso comes back alive and puts that 40% injury buff, or debuff, not buff, on the enemies. All right, and then we still have the Insignia here. Insignia on their Purple Yam, but not a problem. We still have Brute, not taking any damage from the poison. All right, so there you guys go. Very simple, very fast, and you pretty much can use these two teams right over here, the Caramel Purple Yam comp as well as the Brute Injury comp, to climb all the way up to Master. That's really what I've used, and I think it really works out well. And then, of course, one filler comp. All right, so pretty much that's going to be what I've used so far. And with that, you know, I was able to reach Master 4 right now. I'm probably going to climb a little bit up more. I don't know how far I'm going to climb this, you know, season. I'll try to climb as far as possible. But I do want to let you guys know, if possible, all right? If possible, before you guys log off, you know, especially like right before you sleep, if you guys could be like this person right over here, right? And you guys can get rid of your entire team and leave one cookie in order to make it easier for, you know, players to reach Master 5. That would be amazing, right? Especially if you're not like, you know, crazy to climb all the way to the top, like the top 1%, or even like, you know, top 0.5%. And you're just trying to stay in this bottom area where you don't really mind, you know, taking these amount of crystals, and you have already reached the, you know, Master 5 to get the statue, then be like this person and help the other people out and allow them to defeat you and gain the trophy, because you don't lose any trophies from losing your defense, because there is no defense log for this particular event. All right, anyways, guys, just want to quickly share these two teams. The two teams that it has really allowed me to climb all the way to Master 5, because once you guys get further, you know, these teams are going to be used greatly, and they do counter kind of each other as well. So hopefully you guys can utilize this team and climb just like I did. But once again, guys, thanks for watching. Good luck with your Mayhem run, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.